There we go. All right. Main mic is showing pickup, which is good. Worried about scuff, considering. All right. There's always scuff whenever I come back from a small hiatus, so. Go. That. All right. Cool. All right. So, hopefully you guys are hearing the background music, and hopefully it's not too loud. It's looking like it might be a little loud though, so I'm gonna crank it down just a little bit. There we go. Actually, you know what? There's an easy way to check. I can just load up my own stream and listen for a moment. I don't think that's too loud. Yeah, I seem a little quiet, but I think that, yeah, the music sounds fine to me. If there's something wrong, I'm sure someone will let me know. All right, so I think I've worked through all the scuff now. And Russa. Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Sasha. I just now saw your message from YouTube. Unfortunately, the YouTube never shows up on my thing properly. All right. There we go. All right. So I'm going to be answering questions and such as they come in from chat, but besides that, just a chill stream while I work on the sequel a bit more. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Go. Yeah, all right, cool. And we're going to see how this goes. I've gotten a lot of words down for chapter 6. It's not quite where I want it. So I think before I push into chapter 7, I'm just going to really focus down on getting chapter 6 where I want it. Going back to the pattern that I kind of worked out with Worm about, word dumping on one day and then self-editing slash straightening it up on the next day, which seems like a good idea. Oh no, it's okay, Sasha. I mean, but thank you. I do appreciate it. All right. If anything, I really need the watch hours on YouTube. I'm still not monetized on YouTube. I've been streaming over there for better part a year and a half, 2 years at this point. Probably at least 2 years, honestly. Um, all right. Yeah, Sasha, I'm really glad that you liked the book so much. Um, I don't know if you saw, but I do have a meeting planned with a publisher on Monday to see about possibly getting getting like an actual paper and hardback print done. Uh, we will see. We will see. Fingers crossed. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's very exciting, Marissa. It's one of those things like, I'm very tentatively excited because I've like been targeted by scammers before, aka vanity publishers. Um, if you ever see a book by a rich person that's not from one of the major publishing houses, it's because they went through a vanity publisher just to, say that they've been published. So, yeah, it's on Monday. Monday before class. So I have a list of tentative questions to, I guess, test the air, and make sure that I'm not, make sure I'm not going to get taken advantage of. Let's see here. Yeah, some of this. Some of this prose just feels really off. Thanks, Ursa. The thing is, I got his contact information from another beta reader who's not in not a beta reader, I guess, because he read it after I published it. I guess one of my readers, who, I met through Friday Night Magic, at my local game shop, and so he read the book, really liked it, and was like, "Wait a second, you're a vet." I actually know a vet that runs his own publishing company, and so he put me in contact with them. And because it's another vet, it makes me feel a little bit more hopeful that it's not a scam. Fingers crossed. So, that's something. Oh, I guess also I could here. I could put a link to my book. And I think I can actually pin it. Let's see here. Yes, I am professional streamer, man. I know how to properly do this thing. Not like I've been doing it for 4 years. Jesus Christ, it's been 4 years. Oh my God. Thus, the trickle of time moves on without us. All right. I'm gonna have to go on to the actual mod tools on Twitch to be able to host it properly. Creator dashboard. Stream manager. And then there we go. There we go. Make it where it'll stay pinned until the end of stream or until I unpin it. There we go. That way, if any randos actually wander in, that they can actually check out and see if the book is up their alley. I kind of hope that some of the writing workshop people actually drop by and, you know, ask some questions, because it's always disheartening whenever, you know, I go into the writing sesh VC for office hours and no one comes to ask for help, but then they ask for extensions at the end of the week. And I'm like, you had all week to come and ask me for help. Why didn't you come and ask for help? So yeah. Well, see, the thing is, like, I'm offering this writing workshop for free. You know, obviously because I don't have the credentials to charge people for a writing class, but I still want them to like take it seriously, you know, because I am putting a lot of effort and time into you know, into making it a very strong workshop. Trying to be the, you know, the mentor that I wish I would have had whenever I was, you know, first learning to write better. Well, like, you know, it's not even necessarily, you know, if they don't want to get into VC, you know, just sending questions. You know, so far I don't know, actually I can't complain too much, because specifically Jade has been, you know, asking questions and trying to get feedback on her ideas. So that's you know, that's reassuring. And Jade did really great on her first assignment, on week 1 assignment. So, you know, that's reassuring. Yeah, no. Her first one actually, I think, like, I was trying to be very like tactful about it because I was a firefighter before I joined the Navy. And so like I was part of that world, and she tried to write into that situation without fully understanding or doing research. So I did like have to correct her on a few points. But like as far as like the characterization, like the actual assignment, like trying to get the characterization across as directed, she did great. And I think that the concept that she was going for was very interesting and could actually be wrote out to a full like crime drama thriller where like I can very easily see it being part of like almost like a Dexter um, like series. Speaking of Dexter, I'm getting so many like new like Dexter New Blood spoilers in my YouTube shorts here lately for the new season, and like I've never even watched Dexter, so I don't know why YouTube shorts is like, oh yes, you know what you're gonna love, out of context Dexter clips, but oh well. I've never watched it, but like I think the concept is really interesting from a philosophical point of view. Like using evil urges to try and do good. Um, you know, I do think that like I think the conceit would be a lot more interesting if like you know, because from my understanding, whenever he kills people, like they don't like whenever they find the bodies, they don't know that the person that was killed was a serial killer themselves. Um, so like I feel like it shouldn't be that hard for Dexter to be like, hey, I'm going to put out this the person's trophies so that they know that the person I killed was a serial killer. So I'm seen more as a vigilante than just a normal serial killer. I think that like I don't think I've ever said anything out loud about Dexter, but Dexter is mentioned a lot in a few of the servers I'm in. Um, so like if they're tracking like Discord conversations, it's altogether possible that YouTube was like, oh hey, there's a bunch of mentions about Dexter here. We should pitch Dexter. Or it just picked up in the algorithm, so it's pitching Dexter shorts to everyone. Oh, dated media is often hilarious. That's one of the fun things about like Creepcast. Whenever they watch one of like the really old or read one of the really old stories that's like obviously dated, it's like, oh, this is amazing. Oh, hold on a second. I'm getting a call. I think this is from the VA, so I need to answer it. One second, guys. Or not? That was weird. All right. I went to answer it and they hung up as soon as I picked up the call. Um, but yeah, like in, you know, watching the way that like teenagers spoke or thought adults spoke is also really funny. Um, Also, I think I'm at a crossroads, right? Because I do like official playlists for the novels, and I think I found like the perfect song for The Bitter Remains. As far as like matching theme and like tone and sound. The problem is it was a song written specifically for Death Stranding 2, on the Death Stranding 2 soundtrack, and so like I think that tonally it's perfect, and would really love for it to probably be the official theme for The Bitter Remains. But also, it's like, hey, this is literally a video game theme song, and I feel like that's in poor taste. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. All right. Hello, Bean. Oh, and Oko. Hello, Oko. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, hello. My name is Augustus Martis. I am a Roman demigod, son of Mars. I am currently working on the sequel to my novel. If you check the pinned comment, that is my novel. Go check it out. If you're into mythic horror, I think that you'll probably really enjoy it. I have some people here that have read it who are, pretty big fans of it, all things considered. So there we go. So yes, thank you for coming in, Bean, as well, and Oko. Oko, I hope stream was well. What were you guys playing? Oh, thank you, Oko. I appreciate that. If it's up anyone's alley, I hope that they hydrate. Everyone hydrate. A dehydrated legion is a dead legion. So everyone hydrate. Thank you for the lurk, Bean. I hope you have a good day. Ask Oh, I've seen so many things for date everything. It's very popular in a lot of the servers I'm in. Limber up, everyone limber up. An unstretched legion is easy to kill and form up. Everyone form up. No shrimp in this legion, so everyone form up. Yeah, thank you, Sasha. I do appreciate that. And thank you for the very like heartwarming review you left on it. That actually meant so much. Uh, so there we go. But yeah, okay. Feel free to go take care of your post stream care. I know how it is. No, no harm in raiding and running if you need to. But if you do hang out, it's been a hot minute since we've actually got to talk. So I would love to hear more. I saw on your server that Jared brought you home ribs. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. I was kind of jealous. Ribs are one of my favorite foods, so I was pretty jealous to hear that. Yeah, I haven't played Apex. I played one time in this split. I need to hop back on. Yeah, the thing is, like, I got on for like an hour one day this split, and I was so rusty and like washed up that like it literally made me frustrated to try to play. New Lobo skin leak. Is this the second? Because I saw a second swimsuit. Okay, thank you. But yeah, yeah, we do need to sit down and play. I also need to corner Adele and get her to play again too. But I think she's been struggling with it ever since the forced change over to good Jesus. Are you serious? She looks like a Mortal Kombat character. That is wow. All right, EA. Apparently they need to prove something to the stockholders. Jesus Christ. Yeah. No, that's also actually I'm gonna send that to Bean really quick. Because I think Bean will actually Bean hates Apex. Okay, so Oko, the person that just like lurked, Mumu Bean was the VTuber that got me into Apex. She's the one that taught me to play Apex initially. But then she abandoned me, and now she hates Apex. Uh, there we go. All right, sent that. I mean, the thing is, like, I enjoy it whenever I'm playing it consistently, but like anytime I take a small break from it, I get frustrated because like I want to, like, I don't want to. I feel like I'm letting my friends down whenever I'm not the one like playing to a certain level, uh, and so like whenever I feel like I'm letting people down, that gets me frustrated, and I start beating myself up. And I know I shouldn't. I know they don't hold me to that level of standard or anything, but it still frustrates me. So, all right. But yeah, okay, actually, I have a meeting with a publisher on Monday. I might actually get a paperback and hardback um, or hardcover printing of The Bitter Quiet. Um, we'll see how the meeting on Monday goes. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's been a dream of mine to be traditionally published since I was 12. So like this opportunity is huge. Pause it. Okay, I have to send you Bean's reaction really quick. Uh, thank you, Oka. I appreciate it. And thank you for the raid again. I do appreciate it. This is my first time in a long, long time doing a writing stream. So, you know, I don't normally do like just chatting. So it's nice to have people actually interacting and talking, keeping me keeping me company while I'm trying to work on this. All right, enjoy lurking Oko. Jesus, that was a tongue tie. And enjoy dinner. All right. You know, sometimes I write some banger prose. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes I put together words in a very pleasing way. It always feels really good whenever I read over something I've wrote and I'm like, oh man, that hits good. That's a good line. sentence 1 of chapter 1 of The Bitter Remains. All right. Chapter 1, not a memory, but a man. I woke at 6:11, 4 minutes before my alarm. Oh. Was set. Huh. See, this is why we go through beta reading, people. Yeah, it's supposed to say, yeah, it's supposed to say 4 minutes before my alarm was set. No, no, you're not crazy. No, no. See, that's the whole reason I love having a few. Like, I would prefer to have 5 alpha readers. Um, just to give that type of like, watch out. Hello, Claire. Welcome in. Stream is going well, Claire. How about yourself? Are you having a good day so far? Well, welcome in. Welcome in. Kind of wish I could show you guys the music I'm listening to, because I have a playlist that I listen to while writing. And man, this is a mood sometimes. Some of these songs I have on here are gems. But yeah, I would prefer to have like 5 alpha readers potentially, just to kind of like do that kind of spot checks, looking out for missed words, because yeah, of course, Claire, because I think you are the third person to read through that portion, and you're the first one to notice that missing word, because some people just autofill it in their brain, don't even think about it. I do stream pretty often, Clara. Today, like, I've been on a bit of a hiatus because of my college courses and some other stuff. But I am going to try to get back into writing on stream on a pretty regular basis, hopefully. So if you're looking for, coming and hanging out while I write, you're more than welcome. Oh, I just realized you're on YouTube, so you don't see the. Hold on a second. YouTube. Watch, it's going to tell me I'm not allowed to post. I can feel it in my bones already. But if you are interested, there we go. Oh, it did let me. Okay, cool. It does recognize me as the streamer. Good. Sometimes it doesn't do that. Sometimes it's a hater. So I used to play a lot of Apex on stream, and I'm still considering whether or not I want to keep playing Apex on stream or not. Now that I'm trying to focus more on my writing. The whole reason I am streaming while I'm writing is so that I can continue streaming. Even though I need to really buckle down and work more directly on my writing, because if I do end up getting a publisher on Monday, I would really like to be able to say, like, hey, I'm not going to be like Patrick Rothfuss and take multitude of years to produce a novel. That being said, Patrick Rothfuss is my favorite author, and I would be honored to be half as good of a writer as him, but that's not here nor there. So, what do you normally watch, Clara? Oh, yeah, understandably. However, I will say that like some of the stuff, some of the rumors that are currently circling about are very, very, very promising. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Uh, it will actually come out soon. All right, Clara, I'm listening. What's up? Be careful. There's no soliciting though. Ah, see, I knew it. Rip. All right, now I'm gonna have to go log into my YouTube so I can ban this person. Unfortunate. Farewell. Oh well. There we go. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, guys. That kind of sucks. Hmm. All right. Well, apparently it doesn't clear them off of the chat window. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Let this be a warning to all of the future bots. All right. So let's go with yeah. I mean, there's a reason that the rules are there. Now, admittedly, they were trying to solicit on YouTube, and I can't set the rules on there the same way I can on Twitch, where you have to click them to get into the chat. But like the rules don't stop the graphics artist bots. They do it on Twitch even with the rules being set there. So it is what it is. Ban them. Move on. Yeah. But yeah, the I really do think that it's a song called "To the Wilder." I really do think it's going to be the main theme for The Bitter Remains. Just the tone is too perfect, and like the lyrics really line up perfectly with mostly with, I guess, uh, with what I'm trying to do with The Bitter Remains. Oh, did you just listen to The Wilder? Oh yeah, it's perfect. Which, like I said, it's a game uh original soundtrack song. Like it was literally made for Death Stranding to be one of the main themes of the game, and the fact that it fits my second novel so perfectly is either really encouraging or really disheartening, and I'm not sure which. So I guess we'll see. Okay, so I need to find out how all the other VTubers like play music from Spotify without getting copyright struck straight into the ground. Because that's always kind of like my biggest concern is that like I don't want to get a strike on my channel just because I was listening to some music while I'm writing, you know. So let's see. Well, there's a few of my VTuber friends that are artists, and while they're drawing, they have like they have their Spotify up playing. But I know there's a way to do it where it doesn't get saved to your VOD, um, which is part of the problem. Uh, but I think you can still get in trouble for playing it even if it's not saved in the VOD. So, but what do I know? Um, all right, guys. Not totally happy with. Chapter 6 yet, but it's getting there. I think I'm getting closer to having it where I want it. Okay. Hey Sherry, how are you doing? It's been a hot minute. How have you been? It's going all right. I'm working on the sequel to my novel right now. Doing a little bit of writing, that's all. Oh yeah. I have not played very much of the second half of season 25. I've kind of fallen off. O plus ratio, I guess. Chapter 3. Hey Sam, welcome in. Chapter 3, page 26, last paragraph. I listened intently, taking mental notes on points to follow up on, essentially driving on autopilot. When I realized where I had been driving, it was too late. The front tires of my car crunching into the gravel of my long driveway. I brought the car to a gentle stop, the back tire still waiting in the street. Okay, good catch. Thank you, Sasha. I appreciate it. There we go. Everyone, Sam over in the YouTube chat is actually the one who did the cover art for the ebook, as well as, I guess, the official artwork for the characters. yeah, you did do fan art too, yes. Uh, really not sold on this chapter fully. All right. Also, I got a random cell today. I wasn't expecting any cells today, so like that's kind of exciting. Which I have a list of like specific questions I'm supposed to ask a potential publisher, and I'm kind of like in the process of trying to make sure I can memorize them because I don't want to be constantly turning over and looking at a question halfway through an interview. Um, I'm up to 11. I'm still at the point where like I broke um, into double digits yesterday. I've actually had one cell a day for the past 3 days, which is excuse me, which puts me tied with my longest streak of actual cell days. Because except for the first 3 days I was selling the book, I've not had 3 days straight of cells. So, can't complain. No, actually, I take that back. This is my longest trail because I had 4 cells on the first day, 2 cells on the second day, 0 on the third day, 2 on the fourth day, and then no cells between the fifth day and the 29th. But I've sold one book a day for the past 3 days. So, you know, can't say that like it's the most impressive thing ever, but I am excited because that means people are still finding some amount of interest in it. So I will take that. Oh, thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Also, Sam, you're gonna have to tell me more details about your adventure last night. Uh, you can tell me that in DMs. You don't have to out yourself here. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. I mean, you do get to brag to your friends and schoolmates that you got to be the very first person to finish the novel, because you were the first person to finish The Bitter Quiet. as a completed novel. Bunder, what's up, dude? Welcome in, dude. Hope you're having a good day so far, man. Da, 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 da. Let's- Yeah. Plus, Sam, if I do get like if this publishing meeting goes well, and I do end up getting a paperback and hardcover publication, uh, you could try to get the library to carry it. Oh, yeah, you've probably typed more than anyone else in my YouTube chat. That's good to hear, Bunder. I'm really glad to hear that, man. Um, oh, I guess I haven't told you yet, Bunder. I actually have a meeting with a possible publisher on Monday. Yeah, Sherry, I heard about that as well. They put out a notification warning for um, what was it, Hawaii and Japan. I remember being on the list um, as potential tsunami damage, which is crazy. Bunder, I just love the timing. I'm talking about like possibly Hawaii and Hawaii and Japan getting hit by tsunami, and Bunder's like, "Pog, let's fucking go." I know what you're replying to, but still, the timing was really funny. But yeah, I thought that had already passed. I thought I already heard that like the potential was already settled. Let me check that really quick because 1 day ago, tsunami hits U.S. shores after 8.8 magnitude. Uh, yeah, I don't see anything showing tremendous amounts of damage or anything. It was yesterday that the tsunami occurred. But um, yeah. Um, hopefully the publication meeting goes well, and I can finally claim to be a truly published author, which has been a dream of mine since I was 12. So, oh, it set off a volcano as well. I didn't see that. Jeez. It does. Also, Bunder's, self-censoring like he's been hanging out in some PG-13 chats, which makes me concerned. I have never been through either of them. I've been near a tornado a few times, and it is scary. I will agree. Careful, Bunder. Getting a little lippy there. Oh shit. Yeah, that's concerning. Huh. Yeah, because we've had at least a couple tornadoes near us in over the past 3 years. I think at least one a year. Um, all right, Bunder. Have fun, dude. It was nice actually getting to talk to you again. Oh no, I'm sorry, Sam. Um, I will say, like, once you get the Twitch stuff figured out, Twitch is a much more interactive, friendly uh, platform for interacting with streamers. As much as I do need views on YouTube, I have to say that Twitch is much better. So, also, Bunder, did you ever bully your sister and partners into checking out the book? Cool. I'm still sitting at 2 reviews, so I need to go kick a couple butts into gear so they can write me reviews for Goodreads and Amazon, because that's actually, like, I didn't realize just how important reviews are, because there's a couple, like, quote unquote warning signs. If a book has, like, 5 stars with 3 reviews, it's probably not a great book. But if it's like up to 20 you know reviews with 5 stars, it's a lot more likely to actually be a good book. So yeah, even like 20 reviews with 4 stars average is fine. Sasha, you did great. And like honestly, it means a lot that you did write it. I look at Amari, but no, I have not heard about the new game. All right, later, Bunder. Yeah, I'm gonna do a. I'm probably gonna be streaming for I don't know, probably at least another 4 hours, probably close to 4 hours. I'm guessing. I don't know. Depends on how I feel and how viewership does, I guess. But yeah, so if you get back and I'm still streaming, drop on by, say hello again. Oh, sweet. That's really cool. I might actually get that then because it's been a hot minute since I played a Katamari game. But it's one of those things like, I will forever be a fan of Katamari Damacy because, like I said, I played I got the original whenever it came out in America, and it was one of those games that like, as a hot-headed teenager, I was reluctant to admit that I enjoyed, but I really did. So, it kind of made me face the fact that like, hey, it's okay to enjoy things that aren't like, super targeted to your gender norms, I guess. Oh, right, actually. Oh wow, really? Your first video game that you remember? That's actually really cool. Let's see, the first game I remember playing, uh, it was either the original Super Mario Brothers or Duck Hunt. They were on like a shared cartridge. Um, I actually remember picking up the NES with my dad, um, and coming home and setting it up and playing it. Um, I also distinctly remember getting the Super Nintendo for Christmas, like 2 or 3 years after that point. God, how old was I when we went and picked? I had to have been 3 or 4. God, do I have a memory from when I was 3 of picking up that original NES? Huh. I guess I do. That's wild. I also remember getting the N64 for Christmas as well, with with Super Mario 64. Man, I am going down a rabbit hole of memories right now. Oh, that has to be adorable. Oh my god. Mickey's Runaway Zoo. Huh. Uh, I remember. So the first PC game I remember playing, because I think we got like the first PC we had in our home was in 96, 96, I think. And I remember Jax the Jackrabbit. I remember that game. And I remember a NASCAR game. And there was this point and click adventure game that my brother was absolutely obsessed with for a long time. Where you were like you had to time travel back and forth a lot. Man, that was a long time ago though. All right. Being a lot more brutal on this chapter than I expected myself to be. I don't know if I'm actually going to make it to chapter 7 today. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm entirely too sober to be this nostalgic right now. Nostalgia is a dangerous thing. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go grab a drink really quick. Great. All right. Do 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 do. All right. So, let's see. I really need to take Smells Like Teen Spirit off of this playlist. I love this song, but it is not the mood for TBR. Like it fit the Bitter Question really great. You know, really strong contender for the Bitter Question, but just not the vibe for TBR. think. Page 29. Okie dokie. Let me go check that out. Oh, good catch. Yeah. I don't know why autocorrect didn't catch that. Google Docs autocorrect is leaving a lot to be desired. I might actually have to get Microsoft Word just for a better, not autocorrect, spell check. Yeah, it seems like such a weird like it misses such obvious things, but then it'll like red squiggle things that like I've already added this to my dictionary because it's a made up word, but for some reason it still thinks that it's not allowed to be here. Oh yeah, later Sam. Thank you for dropping in while you could, and have a good rest of the night. I mean, I'm good at coming up with story ideas and world building, and sometimes I'm really good at making some very compelling prose. But you know, I lack in some of the other key areas that I'm sure you know. I'm sure that like other authors also struggle in those areas, but like, man, do I feel it whenever I'm trying. Age 29, very last sentence. Let me get back there. They would fit Will much better. Anything my dad had left here. Too many glasses of wine. Good catch. All right, guys. I know at least I will get chapter 6 out to my alpha readers tonight. So that's something. A little bit. Because like, so the idea I had was like chapter 6 is all going to take place in her run, which you'll know more about once you get to it. But essentially, it's a very specific, like, bottle episode almost, bottle chapter, if you will. And like, I don't want it to be one of those things like, oh, this was obviously a weak chapter, I guess. You know what I mean? I want it to come across as like a stronger chapter. So, you know, I'm being a little rough on it, but I feel like it has like some really, really good bones. Okay, so Chinese food. Ah, well, never mind then. Italian? No way, Italian is not great for Steven, is it? How about hamburgers? Hamburger. Hell yeah. Think. Oh, neither of you can eat beef. Oh no, I'm sorry. Uh, hey, give me just 1 second. I need to check and say I hear Breezy doing something, and I don't know what. All right, I'm back. Yeah, no, she was fine. She was just munching on a on her toy. after the thank you. Page 32. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you, comma Alicia. Yep, that's right. You know, all things considered, like I know I'm being too hard on myself with this chapter, but like I said, I really want it to be a strong like standalone, like I don't know, almost like a vignette. Okay. Hold on. Chapter 4. I didn't question the situation. It was the reality of my life. Sitting across from me was the boy that had disappeared. Good catch. What do you mean, Sasha? What part? Oh. Oh, I follow. You will most certainly find out something. Chapter 7 is going to have some of the explanation. All right. So I think that 6 is where I want it. Yeah, I think 6 is yeah, I think I'm gonna work on chapter 7 and let my brain rest on chapter 6 for a little bit. 1 second. All right, I'm back. I think I might end up calling stream a little earlier than I planned. Um, Honestly, having a little bit of trouble focusing and things are blurring a little bit. So let me see if there's any. Oh, just me, huh? Well, maybe they're just not using the tag. No. Most of these people aren't even English. And most of them are readers, not writers. Yeah, a lot of this is in Spanish or in, like, I think German. I think I'm seeing a couple of Germans in here. All right. Well, I guess I'm not gonna raid out then. Oh well. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. I look forward to trying to stream a little bit more often, just for the simple fact that, like, now that I'm going to try to, oh, you're about to start chapter 5? Just DM me anything you find. But now that I think I'm going to settle on trying to do writing on stream a little bit more, hopefully you guys will see me a little bit more.